Hello, ladies and gentlemen. How you all doing? It's me, Chioma Ayomide Darling Lyonga Nowazi. You're welcome to another episode of the Darling Lyonga Show. Now, in today's episode, we're going to be receiving young Cameroonian dynamic actress. Ladies and gentlemen, I serve you Taku Audrey. Yay! Hello, how are you? Good afternoon.
Hello, how are you? I'm fine, thank you.
You look amazing. I look gorgeous. It's a smile for me. Did you work on those teeth, Mama? The way it's shining, I'm jealous. I'm
Thank you. I'm thinking of getting a venue done though.
again. Your teeth is already so very white. Like your teeth is good. I don't think it needs any
I
other.
want it more till Colgate can locate me.
I know if you open more, you win. I give up. So how have you been? Tell us. How have you been?
Well, I've been fabulous. I've been awesome.
Mm-hmm.
I'm living my life.
You're living your life. That's the most essential. Now, let's talk about you as a young, dynamic, passionate actress from Cameroon. How is it like?
It's really awesome to know that Cameroonians see me as a dynamic actor. But I'm just curious why Cameroonians don't ask why why is it that my movies acted in Cameroon aren't out there for the public to see? Well, most of them have seen a few movies that I featured in, but really not as main. So most of the movies I would say I've done as a Cameroonian actress, I was given that opportunity, but when I decided to go over to Nigeria, so basically I cannot really boast of movies. I have one or two, but I cannot boast of movies that are really, having these heavy weighted roles that I have acted in my own country.
Mm.
So I just like that they love me for being an actor, even without being able to see the work so far. Unlike if I want to compare myself with my other elder colleagues in the industry. So I'm grateful for that, Cameroonians.
Okay, but now, how do Cameroonian filmmakers, producers, how do they treat young upcoming actors like yourself?
I'm going to be talking from a personal perspective. This is not a general idea. So, me personally,
Mhm.
um, I'm somebody who is very, very intentional about what I want, and most often I know what I want. And because of this, I sometimes find it very difficult to go with the flow, the thing of being humble or being very submissive or silencing your own opinion just because you want to be favored or just because you want to be known for good character, and then get yourself movie roles or be on the good sides of producers so that they can do you a favor by putting you in their movie. So I'm that kind of person who doesn't really you know I
Mm.
have my ways.
You don't, you don't,
Yes, so it's been.
you don't kiss her now. You don't do that, yeah.
I really don't want to use that
But
word,
inevitable, but yeah,
but
carry on.
yeah, I just believe I have my ways that are not really that way that is supposed to be or required in the Cameroon setting. So I feel like that's one of the reasons why I have projects I have worked with, but limited, because perhaps some producers can be very skeptical approaching me. Maybe they could think that I could tell them off at some point, or maybe I could not, maybe all the saga and stuff. But I'm really not like that. I'm someone who is very professional. And I really love when someone approaches me from a professional point of view. So calling myself an actor, it means I have that awareness about myself. I also have the awareness about what the rights I have as an actor and what I'm supposed to do and what I'm not supposed to do. And so if I find something that doesn't really align with my values, I turn it down. Or maybe I could be very outspoken in that scenario. So perhaps that could be the reason why producers didn't really approach me like that, because they find out that I'm very daring and I'm outspoken.
Hmm? And how sustainable is it, acting or featuring in Cameroonian films? I'm talking in terms of the paycheck. How good is a paycheck?
Okay, again, it's going to boil down to individuals. There are people who receive, but I learned that in the Cameroon film industry, the minimum paycheck is 5,000 for a scene for established actors. I don't know if this is true, but I heard this once. And then for upcomers, perhaps they can just compensate you with transport or sometimes nothing at all. So I really don't know, but personally, the projects I've worked on, I didn't work for free. Yes. So sometimes the producers would approach me from a very understanding point of view, which I'm going to align. I often align with it because of the respect they gave me as someone who has been an actor. So sometimes I have to bring down my price. I do have my price, but I have to bring it down just because of the manner of approach of that particular producer.
Okay.
Like for example, the series A Story of Things. I think that was the last movie I did when I was when I was still a Cameroonian actor. So that movie I acted it for over 2 years, and normally it's supposed to be something that is really a huge prize. But because of the passion I saw in the producer, and he was a young person too, and he also gave me that maximum respect, despite me being younger than him. He always often gave me the respect and the flexibility of my school schedule. So I had to see his vision, and in that case, not charge him the way I normally supposed to charge, but he understood the assignment and he made me comfortable on set, regardless of every other arrangement behind. So it just varies on your negotiation and also your awareness of yourself once more as an actor. You need to be aware that you are an entertainer and you mean business. When you start seeing it from a business and not a favor point of view, then you will stand on your ground. Even if you have just one movie a year, that movie should be able to at least compensate for the transport or the time you spend on set. Do you understand? You're not doing the producer a favor. You're acting, you're giving your skills. So I think every labor deserves a wage, no matter how little it is. It deserves something to encourage someone. It can be in any form, but it deserves something, unlike the perspective that we all have. And they told us not to speak up so that you will not be on the bad sides of producers or they won't blacklist you, you know. So it's really something that I want my peers, the younger generation, to be aware of themselves, always speak up respectfully and put their own standards and stay by it. Yes, it took me a while to come out of this shell because I was also at a point, I was also very scared that they are going to blacklist me. I don't know if they did, but I don't even care. If they did, that's by the way, it actually pushed me to my destiny. But I
Pushed you
had
to
to
your
come out of that
destiny.
shell. And
When you say that it pushed you to your destiny, what exactly do you mean?
okay, I actually picked up this attitude from a few role models that I have in the Cameroon film industry. She's a lady I admire so much, and I really love that aspect of hers, that she doesn't really let her guard down, and she always speaks up whenever something is not right. So
Who is that?
looking up to her is Madame Stephanie too.
So, very well.
Yes. So because of that and other people that mentored me, I was able to, stand up for myself, regardless the rejections I was facing and regardless the threats sometimes. So I had to open up and let everyone know that if they are coming to Taku Audrey, it means business first. Business first. And my respect is not bargainable. Give my respect. I may not be out there, but I am my fan. I know what I'm made up of.
Yeah.
So please give me that respect and then we are going to roll.
Very well. Now let me ask you, what's the most money you've made from a Cameroonian production?
There's this movie I acted, and I think that was like my first movie. And my family members were so excited that they have a star in the family. So they did this GoFunding for me in our family forum. I think that's the highest time when I made money from here. But
No.
producers.
Yeah, from producers. Not from family. Where a producer paid you for your talent. How much was the most money you've been paid?
Okay, the most money I've made from a producer is from Passion TV. Yes, Passion TV. I would always give them their accolades. They respect actors. Well, calling figures.
That's a question. What's the most money? So we want to hear amount, we want to hear figures. What's the most money you've made?
Well, at the time I was still like an upcomer, so they paid me 45K.
So your entire career as an actor in the Cameroon film industry, the most money you've made is 45,000.
For a movie, for a single movie. Yes, that time.
So now, what is that's why they go to what the most money that you've made throughout your career so far? What's the most you've been paid?
I can only speak for Nigeria. I can't speak for Cameroon.
Okay, now let's say 45,000 francs, right? Would you say that it is sustainable? Like, can someone live solely in Cameroon just by being an actor based on the amount that you've been paid? Is it advisable? Would you advise?
Not,
No.
not advisable. Never ever. Don't try it, please. Don't try this at home, please.
Don't try it at home at all. Okay, so you cannot be able to put food on your table and pay your rent and every other bill, correct?
Not as a Cameroonian actor. Travel out, please.
Okay, so now that you mentioned traveling out, let's talk about you traveling to Nigeria and featuring in some Asaba films. What took you to Nigeria?
Okay, I went to Nigeria for just one reason.
Mm-hmm.
I was just excited to go on a vacation. I told myself that I was going to visit some people that were there, close family relatives and friends.
Mm-hmm.
So I was heading for the east, that's Enugu State at the time. So I had 2 weeks budget to stay there. So when I got to Enugu State, I met this friend of mine called Destiny Starboy. So he's also a child actor. And the very first day that I got to Enugu, they were on set at African Center of Fuobi. That's where Nollywood movies are being filmed in Enugu most times. So when I went there to see him, he introduced me to one of his bosses who were there, Oga Modestus. I'm calling his name because he's really a great person. He's an amazing person. So when he saw me immediately, he asked if I was an entertainer. I said no. I refused because I really did not even want to even think about that. So Destiny asked me that why did I refuse that I was an actor? I told him that it's because I just came to just pass. I'm just passing. I'm an adventurer. And so he said that no, it's fine. That let me try it out. Let me just do anything. So in the movie they were filming, I was still with my valise. I had to lodge xenophobia. So they gave me a role instantly to act as a French teacher because they heard I was from Cameroon. So when they gave me that role, I acted it with I think the star actor there was Dr. Phil. I don't know if you know him. There's this he's a legend, he's a legendary Nollywood actor. So I was supposed to act with him as a French copper. So I did the role and I killed it. I did my best and they were all amazed with the French I spoke. And that was how it started. They convinced me somehow to come back. And after that one, some producers took my number and that's how they were calling me for projects. And trust me, Nigerians will not call you without having something for you. So that was so encouraging, and I had to just extend my stay from 2 weeks to almost 10 months.
Wow, that's
Yes.
great. So I've seen you've featured a lot of sets. I just recently I was on your Facebook some few minutes ago, and I noticed that you were on the set of Lizzie Gold. You were filming with Lizzie Gold, correct? You didn't whine.
Correct.
How was it like meeting Lizzie Gold in person, and how would you describe her personality?
Well, meeting Lizzie Go, gang, 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 gang.
You
Meeting
whine.
her,
I will enter
yes.
you.
Well, meeting her was really amazing. She's an amazing person, but very, very strict and disciplined, though in a good sense, because she means business. So meeting her was kind of also a coincidence. I just happened to be in a location. She didn't take up her phone to call me. So I just happened to be around the location as usual. And she saw me and she was like, "Can this girl take this part?" She just instantly casted me for that movie. And initially, they gave me a role that I wasn't comfortable with. It was actually a main role in the movie, but I was supposed to kiss someone and do this stuff. So I told her, "No, ma, I cannot do it because my family is watching." And they didn't really send me to Nigeria. So I can't really do that
You cannot do
particular
this one.
role.
Right.
Yes, so she now gave me the other role I took. So that was how I met Lizzie Gold. It was much of a coincidence.
Okay. So what's the film in question?
Um, well, I've lost counts of the title. I can't really remember, but I think it has to do with the Seers. The three Seers. I think so.
The 3 years. That's her personal production, correct?
Correct. It's a personal production. And that's not the only movie I've done with Lizzie Gold. I think I filmed for her like 3 times.
Okay. And how did let's talk about the impact. Working with Lizzie Gold, how did it impact your career?
Oh yes. It impacted me a lot because Lizzie Gold is somebody who is so good at what she does, especially in the fact that she
Mhm,
she she cast herself in her movies.
mhm,
And there was a point where we
mhm,
filmed till about 12 midnight, and
mhm.
you'll see her still up and vibrant. And even when the camera cuts, she'll be like, "Let's go, guys, let's go, guys." She not a give up. Oh,
Mhm.
Lizzie God doesn't sleep. That lady is hardworking. So I've seen her on ground putting in the work.
Yeah.
So I feel like she's someone who is an inspiration because she produces, she acts, she
Mhm.
coordinates, and she makes sure that everyone on set is coordinated. So I can see that the personal effort comes from the fact that it's her personal production. So she doesn't really want to see herself investing and then going down. She
Yeah.
does everything. And one thing I like about her, though, people say it's selfish, but I really find it amazing, is that she's always a lead character, you know.
They all have films
Nobody they
like
shine past her for her movie.
and she never died.
She cannot die,
She
yo.
never died to her film, right?
Yes.
Okay.
So
Yes. Now I noticed that you were equally on set with Zubi Michael. How was it like meeting Zubi Michael? And what's the film? What's the project? What project were you two working on?
okay, I think the film I filmed with Zuri Mike twice.
Mm-hmm.
So the first one was my first ever movie in Asaba. That's A Trip to Lagos.
Trip to Lagos. That's the title of the film, correct?
Yes, it's an African magic epic original film. So A Trip to Lagos.
Okay.
So filming with Zuri Mike is really amazing.
Mm-hmm.
Uncle Zumi Mike, I call him Uncle, but whenever I do that, my fans will bash me. Oh, Jesus, please, you
Why?
guys should spare me. I call him Uncle. Oh. They are like, am I not too big to be calling him Uncle? I,
Okay, I understand. So you should call
so
him Zubi Michael. That's what they expect you to do.
that's what they are expecting me to do. But whenever I call him Uncle Zubi, he answers. So I don't know why people are doing this, but it's fine.
Mm-hmm.
So it
But
was quite the first.
yes, carry on.
Okay, the first instance was quite scary because the stereotype Zubi Michael. When he's around, everyone knows he's around. So I was nervous, and I had some scenes to play with him, like direct. And people were like, this Cameroon girl, what did she use? Now, juju she use. Because around there were other Nigerians there who were registered members of AGN, Actors Guild Nigeria. And they were like, how did I even find myself there? Only God knows what she don't do to stand here. So, well, everybody's, the eyes were there and everything, but I wasn't really scared of them. But I was scared to face Uncle Zubi because I was I was like, can I really film with Uncle Zubi? So I just saw it as a dream, and well, I overcame the fear and we did the scene. When we were about to film, I was surprised when he actually called me that let me come, let's rehearse.
Wow.
So
No.
it was really something that I didn't even see it coming. I was like, can he really see me and notice me and even call me to come and rehearse? We actually were rehearsing, like we took the script. I think I did a video of that and posted it on my previous page. So we're filming and rehearsing. Then after that, he asked if I was comfortable. I said yes. Then we filmed. So it was nice. It was really amazing.
Okay, then you and Ken Eric, tell us about it. What's the title of the film?
Yeah. Okay, Ken Eric, I filmed to him at Enugu State, and it was so much of a wonderful experience. He was really welcoming. I don't know why, but I didn't really have any bad experience with these people. Instantly, they just liked me and they just saw me as one of them. So life was really easy for me. It was so easy for me to just blend. And Ken Eric would always remind me that I'm amazing, and he always tell me that I'm a fine girl. So that was it. It was really amazing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Very well. And then I've equally seen you in the company of legends like Patience, Ozuko, Ebele, and then I've seen you Joyce Kalu. And how was it like working with these people? I mean, these are Nollywood legends that we grew up watching and admiring. Now, being in front of them to the point where you're actually starring in movies with them, how would you describe that?
Like I said, when I talk about my story, I all I see is grace because I have several Cameroonian sisters trying their way over Nollywood. Some of them have seen these people, some of them have been in movies,
Yeah.
but some of them have even had main roles. Some of them have produced movies and employed these people to act for them. But my own case is a little bit different because the limited time I had there and the few opportunities I had, it just spiked with effort, without any effort. I just saw myself going. I was like, God, you do this one for me. I didn't even do much, but people talk and people saw what I did. So it's really something that I have to really keep thanking my creator for because he gave me that exposure that I didn't even imagine myself. Some producers ask me that, but look at the projects I've done. It's not even up to the time I spent there, but why is everybody talking? So I just want to thank God for everything because if not of him, I wouldn't have had that attention I have right now. Sometimes I even walk on the streets and people were like, is this not this girl that I saw yesterday on African Magic? And I'll refuse to because I'm like, I don't even want to start explaining. I'm very shy in real life. So I will just refuse that I'm not the person. Yeah, so acting with Mommy Ebere, all the legends, is something I will never forget because knowing them and just being around them is a blessing. And they gave me, I won't lie, they gave me some level of exposure because just mingling around them stepped up my grounds. There was a time even when I was going to travel to Equatorial Guinea. So I was going to travel by road because I was somehow around the west. So I needed to just cross the borders to get there. Like I said, I like tourism. So when I got to Ebibein, I got to the borders. Normally they don't let Cameroonians enter Equatorial Guinea just like that. So I just had this picture with legendary Osita Heme, Uncle Popo, that's what I call him. So when I had this picture, when I got to the borders, they spoke to me and I said I'm a Cameroonian. They were like, what do I want to go and do in Ebibein? I told them that I was going to just go and I want to just go and have fun and just have a drink, tour around and then come back. Somehow they didn't believe me, but a lady from there recognized me. Said that, is this no? He brought the picture of me and Aki. Sorry, it's Popo. He was like, is it no you? I said, yes, I'm an actor. I'm a Nollywood actor. I brought out my agent card. I showed her that I'm a Nigerian actor. They let me in. Normally, I was supposed to pay somebody. Normally, I was supposed to pay somebody, take yellow fever vaccine and all the like. They just said, man, they even gave me an escort. Do you understand?
Wow.
So it was amazing. Yes. And they told me that I have 1 week free, like visa free for 1 week. If I want to stay for a week, I can stay. But unfortunately, I just had to go for some hours and come back to Cameroon. So that was how I found my way. And several places, I've been blessed in several places, just knowing that they saw me in Africa Magic Epic. Yes, those are one of the advantages of being international and being around people that matter, Just those photos and those footages I've had, and the few movie roles that I took to my heart and prayed to God, they opened doors for me in places. So it's amazing being around them. It's something that every actor should think of doing. It's not it's not always about supporting your own. Sometimes support yourself, travel, have experience, meet people, work on your physical appearance, work on your countenance. Yes, because those people, trust me, it's not easy to meet them. You need to be up to standard too. You need to put yourself in a kind of befitting way. You need to package. You cannot just go
You
and,
need to have
and
value
expect.
before they mingle with you. Correct.
Yes, you need to have value.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay. Now, to the Cameroonians who want to get into filmmaking or they want to be actors and they are thinking of going to Nigeria, because right now Nigeria is the biggest market for us, right? What advice would you give them based on your own experience as someone who has been, who has starred in a lot of Nigerian films? What would you tell those young Cameroonian aspiring actors and filmmakers who wish to travel down to Nigeria to probably, pursue a career in filmmaking?
Okay. What I'll tell them is, if you think it, don't procrastinate, go for it. No matter what anybody tells you, nothing beats your determination. There is room for everyone to make it out there. All you need to do is have your own strategy that you believe in, manifest it within yourself, pray to whoever you believe in for guidance, go and face it. And most importantly, work on your self countenance and your confidence, because that's what's going to make those people notice you. You're going to battle with millions of Nigerians who already are there. It's their industry and not yours. So stop saying, I'm a Cameroonian, this Cameroonian, that. Don't push you aside. When you go there, drop down the Cameroonian title. Do what Prisma is doing. Now she's a Niger babe. So you got to be a Niger babe to be there. You can't go and import Cameroon in their country. Impossible. So please, if you go there, do what they do. Humble yourself, pride yourself as well. And also, don't go without money, please, Cameroonians. If you don't have money, stay at home. Nigeria is not for the weak. You need to budget yourself. And you can't even go there and have a sustainable job because they are not jobs. I'm sorry. If you're going to Nigeria, go for business and go prepared. That's what I'm going to tell them. Don't go that you're trying your luck, please. Go with money. Go with money. Most importantly, go with money.
Okay.
Yes. Enough money to at least take care of your basic necessities.
Mm-hmm. Now,
Very
I've
important.
had conversations with a couple of Cameroon actors who have traveled to Nigeria for, movies and everything, and they always come back with this expression like it's very difficult for you to be accepted in the Nigerian film industry. Now they talk about the type of roles that were being given and how much they were being paid. So overall, for example, I spoke with someone like Tweety and she said today she was never paid. They don't treat you well and they don't give you like life-changing roles. How true is that?
Well, people have different experiences. With my experience, I cannot relate. But trust me, what she's saying is true because I've seen other Cameroonian sisters who are there and they got frustrated and started doing business and other things that were not related to movie. Like I said, it all depends on your intentionality. When I got there, I didn't see myself as Taku Audrey. I saw myself as Chiamaka. And it's Chiamaka that made me who I am.
Is it your adopted Nigerian name or you have a Nigerian name that was given to you from birth?
I'm partly having. I have family in Nigeria. I'm related to Nigeria somehow, not fully. So it was easy for me to just get Chiamaka. But normally Chiamaka is the name my grandma has been calling me from birth. So it wasn't official, but I had to make it official over there. So just having the name Chiamaka most times, and I don't really have that Cameroonian face. I have a fair complexion, which looks Igbo. So most times I had to lie my way out.
That you're
And
Igbo.
yes, yes, I had to do that. So
That's your
I
Igbo.
think my strategy worked for me, you
Okay.
know. Trust me, you can't go as a foreigner and have them dominate, have them
They
put you
can't you
in
dominate?
their industry. Unless if you're extremely talented. And just imagine somebody as talented as Prisma, and she really had to go through the stuff, to be there. She also has her own story. She's someone who is very talented. But then again, she had to put in some extra strategy. You can't go with talent alone. You can't even go with money because they like supporting their own. So why would they favor a foreigner over their own? You need to be strategic and you need to stay humble as much as possible. Talk less, just act more.
So when you go there, you just have to be very obedient. You don't have to challenge them. You don't have to overdo too much. Don't show them that you're intelligent like that. If not, they'll put you aside. That's it.
Just be a wannabe Nigerian. Just want to be a Nigerian. That's it.
Wow.
Yes. And don't mention it unless they ask you. If they say, who are you? Call your Igbo name. Don't even say you're from Cameroon. So just be a Nigerian till they catch you. If they catch you, maybe they can speak the dialect to you and stuff like that. It's fine. But if they don't ask you, just do like them. Because the moment you're a foreigner, there's this stereotype that will start being around you. You don't really want that for yourself. You don't want to bring that kind of negativity around you. There's always a stereotype around foreigners
Really?
there. Sometimes it's positive, sometimes it's negative, but you really don't want that stereotype to come around you. So it's always good to disguise or be low key. Just do like them. Yes, do like them. Be humble. If you can be a PA, be a PA. If you can be a PA to let's say you could do it. Just be loyal and humble. Before you know it, they'll give you an opportunity. And trust me.
But that's the problem now with us Cameroonians. We don't see ourselves doing PA. We don't see ourselves keeping our mouth shut when there's a need for us to talk. So how do we blend in? An average Cameroonian has pride, and Cameroonians, especially those in the industry, they believe that they're already celebrities. The moment they have 10,000 followers and a couple of likes each time they post, boom, they are celebrities. So how do you expect them to go to Nigeria and then become a PA or Sokum? Just mellow down and adopt a Nigerian name. How is that possible? Tell me.
Not really possible because I'm also part of that. I'm a career though.
Right.
And I really saw it as a necessity. I wasn't a PA, I had not been a PA, but those were the little things I saw that could really help some people because there's this thing, that Cameroon girl, when they know you as that Cameroon girl, you're finished. So my sisters, if you are going, please try to keep it low. You can be a Cameroonian, but don't make it obvious. Don't be doing Je suis Cameroonese. You're oppressing them. Don't do it though, please.
No.
When you have made it, you can do it. Do you understand?
Okay, but
right now, yes. When you have made it, you can do Je suis Cameroonais. But when you're just going, sit down and observe. Just be low. And then do you know that when you are low, sometimes they can give you a role thinking that you're a Nigerian? Yes. So those things will come. You will have that opportunity, but before they give you that opportunity to showcase yourself, they need to be guaranteed that, yes, they need to guarantee that it's their country they are pushing forward. So the only way for you to do that, I'm sorry, is to disguise. Keep your identity hidden for a while. When you've made it, when you've proven yourself to them, they are not going to have any choice again. Like right now, nobody can bring. I keep using her as an example because she's really one of the most successful I've seen that didn't give up like me. So see her as an example. When she came, she was humble and she was like that. When they know her talent, when they know what you're worth of, they can't do anything at that point. Now you can start doing Je suis Cameroonian and to go.
Need you.
Then you cannot come in the beginning.
Mm-hmm. Makes sense.
You cannot come in the beginning and do Je suis Cameroonian. They'll snap you one side. Who are you?
So Nigerians like just like it when you are beneath them, when you serve them, when you give them that Oga title.
Oga, sir, boss, hey.
Bro, a Cameroonian will not do that. I don't agree for no. That now I understand why a lot of Cameroonian actors have they face that challenge because we don't see ourselves being underneath you. Even if you are the producer, we will always want to we have to raise IPA. Do you know who I am? Wow. Now, how would you describe an average Nigerian? I mean, you have been in their midst, right? How would you describe Nigerians? Tell me. From your own experience.
Okay, you know this signpost in Lagos where the roads, you're in Lagos, shine your eyes. So when you're dealing with them, shine your eyes. If I want to say my real mind, they'll drag me. But please, guys, Nigeria is hard though. So because Nigeria is hard, you got to be careful. You got to use your upstairs when dealing with them. Don't spill too much. Don't get too familiar. Just appear like a shadow and disappear. Don't get too comfortable. Because they are the nicest people when you don't know them. But when they see you finish, you'll be miserable. So please, keep it, conceal it, have some self, put yourself together, don't give it all to them. Have some things that are only known to you, and have your limits with interactions. They are nice people, trust me. They are very, very, very alluring. They can make you to think they are angels, but the moment they hit you, they'll be smiling and hitting you.
I know.
So please.
That one I can relate. I've been there. Carry on. I can relate. I can relate. Yes. I noticed that when I went through your old page, you were complaining because most Cameroonians, the moment you start, seeking support from Nigerians, they call you a black leg. They say you the chook skin, you know. And then when I went through a couple of your posts some months ago, everything that you were writing was linking towards that direction. So my question to you is this: how did Cameroonians take it, seeing you star in a lot of Nigerian films and always giving or showering praises to these Nigerian actors that you were meeting on set and taking pictures and videos with?
Okay, I personally got somebody from Cameroon film industry who took his time to come to my DM telling me that I shouldn't call myself a Nollywood actor. I shouldn't even call myself an international actor. That I should go to my profile and I should remove international actor from it. I was like, I ignored the guy. So that only tells you that Cameroonians will always not appreciate you making waves for yourself when they didn't push you to that wave. I think it's just the surprise that I took the media, the storm. Maybe they had the mentality that I was going to stay and beg us here, but I took another turn, you know. So I feel like just going was kind of something that it wasn't really predicted by them. And so that's why they turned everything out to me being desperate, calling them sweet names. Oh yes, I did proudly because that was my experience. I'm talking based on how they treated me, not based on how they treated another Cameroonian who went there. I had an amazing time and I was lucky enough to be on their good side. So why won't I shower them praises?
Right.
And they kept calling me wannabe, wannabe. I don't care. when they call me that, it lifts me up because it makes me want to even post more. At least they are noticing. So I don't have any plans of backing up from my posting and my showering them praises. They deserve it, and I'll give it to them. When
Right.
I was here, Cameroonians didn't see me. They saw me probably, they were maybe they were afraid to approach me or something. I don't know what happened, but I wasn't seen in my own country. So I was seen in Nigeria. That's why I'm giving them praises.
Wow. So Nigerians indeed supported you, and then you further said that Cameroonians had asked you to come back, to Cameroon, so that they promised giving you roles and supporting you. But shockingly, upon your arrival, nothing. They did not keep to their promise. Correct?
Correct.
Tell us
Yes,
about.
most often I would get comments where like maybe sometimes when I'm on set, when I went live, they're like, Ojo, when are you coming back? Oh, we miss you. Come back now. Let's sign you this and that. So when I came back now, everybody's even the bloggers self, everybody just you know the places were too cold. So I was like, what's going on? You guys asked me to come back and I'm here. I was expecting to have deals, maybe a triumphant entry or something, but it didn't come. So I felt like that was a trap. But
Mhm.
by the way, I didn't really come back because of Cameroonian. I came back for something else.
Okay,
So
that was just an aside.
that was not really the primary reason.
Okay.
Yes. And this is just trying to have someone out there that don't listen to Cameroonians. If you have your thing you're doing, please do your thing and finish with whatever you're doing. Don't listen to your Cameroonian fans because they'll leave you in the middle of the sea and for they'll hype you over. When you get there, you'll be giving social distance. So please be careful.
Right. So Cameroon films, the Cameroon film industry or the Cameroon, yeah, and Nollywood. Which one would you prefer? Which one really pushes you out there? Which one gives you a bigger platform? Cameroon, Nigeria.
Of course, Of course, it's Nollywood. Nollywood gives you a bigger platform. If you go to Nollywood and you have good countenance, you are composed, you know what you want, you know where to go, you know somebody who can lift you up, you make it. And when you make it in Nigeria, it's kind of international because they have the platforms, they have where to sell the movies, they have the views on YouTube. Yes, so I think to an extent, with respect to my country, I give respect to Cameroon, but Nigeria is an option.
Hmm. And what is that one thing you want to tell Cameroonians? Because you are answering Chiamaka. I have two Nigerian names, Chioma and Ayomide. Even Dokas Numbobi, the comedian who is now in I think in Canada or in the US. She too adopted the Nigerian name. More and more Cameroonian entertainers or creatives are adopting Nigerian names. They are trying to associate themselves with Nigerians. And this is Cameroon now losing potentials, losing talent, losing creative. What advice would you do you have for Cameroonians? Anything you want to tell them?
Okay, what I want to tell Cameroonians is that we should stop putting nepotism to work. The moment we become professional, our industry will step forward. We should stop using ego to cast people. You're going to lose a talented actor just because you think she has bad character. If you want an actor and you pay off that person, it's strictly business. Her character doesn't have anything to do with your movie. Don't tell people to stay humble because you want them to be favored by producers. That's very wrong. And that's the narrative we use. They tell you to keep quiet. When they don't pay them, when they maltreat them, they tell them to keep quiet because they want them to be good characters so that they'll cast them. And that's what has made a lot of people give up on their dreams because they want to be good so that you know they'll be picked. But that has nothing to do with professionalism. Trust me, the most talented actors I've met on a Cameroonian set are those people that are stubborn. Yes, those people that are known as the industry bad characters, they are so talented. But somehow, they don't get the roles. And some producers end up going for maybe the good character people who are just mediocre. They may be talented, but maybe they are not fit. And another thing is that there's a lot of backstabbing. There's a lot of backstabbing and a lot of, ego, tribe, and stuffs like that. If we have to go forward, we have to look past all of those things. You don't need to go and consult yourself, your fellow producer to cast somebody in your movie. If you feel like Audrey looks like the girl in this story, cast her. Pay her off and let her sign. If she disturbs on your set, call the police. That's how you're supposed to do, not going to consult another producer that does this girl has a good character. That's why can I bring her to my set and stuff like that. I might have a rift with one producer, but that doesn't make me a bad person. We may have a personal difference, and that person will take that personal difference as a blueprint to tell other people that Audrey is bad because she said this to you, or she said this. No. If you're doing that, you're never going to get the perfect cast for your movie. And Cameroonian movies are never going to be interesting. And one more thing, give to Caesar what belongs to Caesar. There's this common thing in Cameroon industry that I really personally don't like. The fact that everybody thinks their faces are marketable. The fact that I produce a movie doesn't mean I have to put myself in. There are people who have natural, God-given marketable face, and there are people who don't have it. Despite how talented you are, if they put your face on a movie poster and put it on my 17 billboards, people will not look at it twice. So some producers should think about stuff like that. I may not be a main character in the movie, but if you put my face in the movie, trust me, it's going to sell, because I don't know, but I believe I have a marketable appearance. So if we have to use those strategies for our movies, we'll get views. Like this movie I did with Passion TV, we had I think that was one of their best movies that is doing well on their channel. I was put on the poster alongside other actors. And I feel like I think that's even my first Cameroonian movie that I've really been given that grace, to be a lead character. And the movie did so well. So I feel like producers should know how to place their actors, and should also know that not everybody's face is marketable. I may be a producer, I may produce movies, but it doesn't mean I have to be the star actor. It doesn't mean I have to feature on the poster just because I produced it. So there are faces that sell and there are faces that don't sell, no matter what you say. Believe it or not, they are. So if we can identify those people, if we really want the business, not with sentiments or emotions, if we really mean that business, then we should be seeing things from that perspective. So if we can work on these two things, I believe that the industry will move forward. And for you who think that being a humble upcomer will pay you, it will pay, but it will take time. Do you have time to wait? It will pay. One day we'll just believe in God. It will pay.
But
keep being humble. Keep waiting.
Right, they'll take advantage.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, they'll take advantage of you.
No, they'll not take advantage of you, dear.
Oh, really?
Dear, keep waiting. Keep waiting. Keep being humble. Keep clapping. Clap. Go on set. Go. They'll not give you transport. Keep going. Just be humble.
Thank you,
Do it. Pay your dues in the industry. One day you make it, okay? Yeah, just be humble.
Right.
When you see every producer, go and wash plates in their house. Do good things for them. One day, who knows, they can call you for their movies. Keep being humble, okay? Stay humble.
I love the sarcasm, but great. Now to conclude, what's the way forward? Let's talk about you in Asabawood or Nollywood films. What's the way forward? Do you see yourself, landing or getting a major role sometimes? Or tell me, what do you have in store? What are your plans?
Well, I prefer to keep my plans off the media because I know what the media can do. But I believe that the God who brought me this far, He knows me and He knows I'm built for this, regardless of whatever I'm doing now. Right. So for the moment, I'm just following my educational career because education is key to success. And actually, I'm following my education career, and whatever I'm doing right now, I'm doing well for myself. I'm okay. I'm fine. And I really have plans of coming back because people really don't want me to rest. I've been low-key for a while now, and everyone is like, Audrey, come back. We want you. So yes, I have plans of coming back.
What are Cameroonians? Cameroonians or Nigerians?
Cameroonians and Nigerians are like they do. Okay. I get compliments on the streets. I get people who acknowledge me every day. So I'm like, okay, maybe God really wants me to pass a message out. He really made me to understand that I was made for this. So at some point in my life, I will turn back
Okay.
Yes, I will.
Very well. Now, my last question is this: what's the most money you've earned or been paid in a Nollywood production?
I've made a generous amount of money.
I don't want to tell us. Very
I
well.
really don't want to call figures, please. My village people are very active.
Fine. Can you just list out the Nigerian films that you've starred in so that we can just put it when for the others to see? Maybe they could go check it out and see your performance. Can you list that? Can you mention the films that you've starred in?
I can only mention a few because I've lost count, and I really don't know the ones that have been released because I personally don't really watch my movies. People would just watch and tell me that they are watching me, but I rarely go and check. I know it's something I need to work on, but most times they show my movies on Sundays on African Magic Epic. So if you're someone who loves African Magic Epic, you will. But they like I think last week or 2 weeks ago they rebroadcasted one of the I've forgotten the title of that movie, but they rebroadcasted one. So if you're keen with African Magic, you can easily watch. But then you can also go to YouTube on Boss Lady Flicks and watch The Unseen. It's an epic movie. Yes. My character name there was Onyinye. So you can go and watch. Yes, you can go and watch that one. You can also go to the man in red. This is another movie that I acted with Zubi Michael, Uncle Zubi Michael.
The man
So yes, the man in red. So it's I think that one is on YouTube too. You can watch it. There are a lot. I've lost count. I did so many movies. So.
Otto, it's okay. You do so many movies. Sava, we know. We know, Dre, pepper us.
Oh, please.
Babe. And that brings us to the end of our interview. Any last words?
Please tell your fans. So please, nobody should drag me. I'm really so soft right now. If they drag me, I'll cry.
No problem.
Please, nobody should drag me.
Cry your eyes or wipe your eyes, mama. My audience, I cannot tell them because even me, they know they fear my face, especially those Nigerians. Then they give me water as in the hot. So as I collect, prepare to collect at your own end.
Let me apologize. I'm not sorry for anything I said. What? I'm sorry.
You're not sorry, you're sorry. No problem. They'll be the one to decide. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, so you've heard from Taku Audrey. She's a Cameroonian sister who, traveled down to Nigeria for greener pastures in the film industry. And she is a talented one, I must say. If you're looking for a young talent, someone who is going to interpret the role, add more to that character, Taku Audrey is someone that I do recommend. Let me hear your thoughts in the comment section. I am Chioma Ayomide Darling Lyonga. Bye. Oh, Audrey, that was amazing.
Bye.
Bye. Bye, mommy.